In the realm of dating relationships, mutual respect lays a solid foundation for a successful and fulfilling partnership. While it's essential for both men and women to treat each other with respect, women in particular may sometimes find themselves losing respect for their boyfriends. This loss of respect can have detrimental effects on the relationship, leading to misunderstandings, conflicts, and eventually the breakdown of the bond. Now, we're going to go over three reasons why women break up with men they don't respect. And you want to make sure you understand this as a man so you avoid these pitfalls. The first reason why women break up with men they don't respect is the man himself isn't secure. He doesn't feel secure in himself. He's unsure. He doesn't know where he's going in life. And as a result of his behavior, she doesn't feel safe with him. She doesn't feel secure in the relationship or feel like he's going to provide financially. And if he's lacking in these areas, there's going to be a lot of conflict. There's going to be a lot of fighting going on. And eventually she'll just leave him in the end because she doesn't feel safe or protected. So you want to make sure that your actions speak louder than words. You're supposed to be the provider. You're supposed to be leading by example. It's okay to talk about your goals and dreams, but if you're not following through on the things you're saying, she's going to question you as a man and wonder to herself, is he ever going to reach his potential? Is he really motivated to take care of our family? Does he not understand we want to have kids? Does he not understand that we need to take care of our finances and make sure that we're moving in a positive direction? If she doesn't have these feelings of security, then she's going to be very angry, very pushy, very upset, and disrespectful in a sense because you're not doing your part. Do I condone disrespectful behavior? No. But if she's, laying out her concerns and telling her, hey, you need to get your stuff together. You need to make sure that you're taking care of us and not just being lazy, not being ambitious. If you don't follow through, then she's just going to break up with you. And it will be your own fault. It won't be her fault because you decided not to have any ambition, not to be motivated, not to step up as a man. You're supposed to lead, you're supposed to protect and provide for your family. The second reason why women break up with men they don't respect is the man lacks self discipline. Listen, if you're a guy who's lazy, who doesn't want to get anything done, who is always up and down, who says, I'm going to cut that out, I'm going to break that addiction, but then go right back to it, then she's going to lose attraction for you because you're not following through. You're not being disciplined enough. If you're, yeah, you can work your 40 hours, but if you're constantly entertaining yourself, not taking care of the household, not taking care of your goals and ambitions, then you're going to live an average life. And she might not want an average life. And that's going to be very difficult for her to deal with. So if you're the type of guy who just, you know, is settling for whatever, then it's going to turn her off. She wants to be with a guy who is going after his goals, who looks at his own weaknesses and goes, okay, I need to improve in these areas because if I don't, I'm not going to level up as a boyfriend, as a husband, and I'm not going to be the man I'm supposed to be. So make sure you look at your own life and go, okay, let's work on these things. Another thing is if you're easily offended because she points out things you need to work on, that's going to turn her off as well. You need to have emotional intelligence that needs to improve as well. Because remember, women are emotional creatures and men should not be operating on just their emotions. That would turn her off. So if you're easily offended, if you get angered easily because she's just trying to hold you accountable, you need to check yourself. Because if you just constantly do that and you don't want to make improvements, then the relationship is just going to end and she will eventually walk away from you because she no longer respects you as a man because you're always offended. You can't just take action on the things that are weak in your life. And she just wants to be around a man who wants to grow. And the last reason why a woman is going to break up with a man she doesn't respect is he's a yes man. He's a people pleaser. And that drives her nuts because she wants to be with a man who has a different perspective, who doesn't always agree with her on everything because she wants to hear your input. She wants to hear your opinions. Why? Because you have a different perspective. If you're always agreeing with everything she's saying, the relationship is going to be stale, it's going to be boring, and she's going to wonder who you really are. Because if you're constantly agreeing with her, if you're taking her side, if you're trying to please her at every single second of your life, well, one, you're too invested in the relationship and you're not focusing enough on your own personal development. Think of it like the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey, where he always said yes to everything. And look how stressed he was. See, when you're a people pleaser, you stretch yourself thin because you're not doing enough for your own personal development. So if you don't learn to just say, hey, I don't actually agree with that. Here are my thoughts. You know what? I don't want to do that with you. If you don't do those type of things in a relationship, it's going to turn her off because she wants to be with somebody who's themselves, who's not afraid to share what's on their mind. Even if there's conflict, even if they disagree, that's okay. She wants to be with somebody who's truthful, who's honest with themselves, who will share their feelings without, of course, getting angry. We just talked about emotional intelligence, right? But who can, have a conversation with her and offer a different perspective. You shouldn't always feel like, well, I got to do everything for my girlfriend. If I don't buy these flowers this week, if I don't go on a date this weekend, if I don't do this or that, don't put that pressure on yourself. If she senses that in you, well, guess what? She is going to lose respect for you because you don't want to be with somebody who just is always going to say yes to everything. She doesn't like that. She wants to hear what is on your mind. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to disagree with her. Don't be afraid to just be you because you should always be yourself. Because if you're not yourself, then you're just being a cop out and a fake. And nobody wants to deal with somebody who is a fake person. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you go check out my other video where I talk about how to get your respect back and change the way she sees you. Also, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you want to say. I'd love to engage with you guys. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.